Here's your daily Tottenham news and transfer window roundup with me, Harry Scarfe, football writer, football content creator and YouTuber. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you, Chris Callan, for this opportunity. Like and subscribe if you're new. Let's get straight into it. If you're unfamiliar with how this works, I'll read out one or two articles. Then the second part of the video, really dissect them. So let's get into it. First article I want to go through is from Sky Sports. It's to do with Heung-min, who's now officially, for people who haven't seen it, completed his move from LAFC, officially departing Tottenham after a decade. And the headline from Sky Sports News is Heung-min transfer news. Tottenham captain joins Los Angeles FC in MLS record deal. Subheaded: Heung-min spent 10 years at Tottenham and is fourth on Spurs' all-time record goal scorers list. Son played his final game for Spurs in a friendly versus Newcastle in his native South Korea. The 33-year-old forward joins Los Angeles FC for MLS record fee of over £20 million. Heung-min has left Tottenham after 10 years at the club to join Los Angeles FC for a Major League Soccer record fee of over £20 million. The forward has announced his decision to leave Spurs at a press conference ahead of their pre-season friendly against Newcastle in the player's native South Korea last Sunday, which was his final game for the club. Some revealed he made the decision to part a while ago, but only told a few players. Spurs boss Thomas Frank knew of Son's decision ahead of the first pre-season game at Reading early in the month. The 33-year-old wanted to move to the MLS despite renewed interest from Saudi Arabia. Hardest decision ever. In a post to Spurs fans on Instagram, Son, who had signed an initial 2-year deal with LAFC with options for a further 2, wrote, "How to find the right words for this, I don't know. I've been thinking for days, it's impossible, but here I go. It's time for me to say goodbye to Tottenham Hotspur, my home for the past decade. When I arrived in 2015, I didn't speak English, I didn't know London, but you welcomed me with open arms, believed in me and stood by me, even through highs and lows. I was just a boy from Korea with big dreams who was supposed to have no chance, and now 10 years later, North London is my heart forever. I've made friends for life here, had the honour of becoming a godfather here, and had the privilege of captaining our special club here. I poured my heart and soul into this club, which makes it the hardest decision ever. I thought if I was ever going to leave, it'd have to be on my terms, on the best terms, when our mission had been accomplished together with pride and honour." Son is fourth on the Spurs' all-time record goal scorers behind only Harry Kane, Jimmy Greaves and Bobby Smith. Son had 173 goals and 101 assists for Spurs in all competitions, including 127 goals and 27 assists as well in 333 matches in the Premier League. His last competitive match for the club was the Europa League final win over Manchester United in Bilbao last season. The winger was a second half substitute in the match and lifted the trophy after full time. It was Spurs' first major honour since 2008. Son, one of the greatest Spurs players. Spurs telegram Daniel Levy said Son is one of the greatest players to ever wear the famous lily white shirt, and he has been a joy to watch over the past decade. Not only is he a wonderful, gifted football, but he's also an incredible human being who has touched hearts and inspired people throughout the club and all over the world. The Europa League triumph in Bilbao was a truly magical moment in the club's history, and Solly lifting the trophy is a perfect lasting memory from his fantastic decade at Tottenham Hotspur. Son has given so much to this club, both on and off the pitch, and that will be forever grateful. We wish him all the best for the future, and he'll always be welcome back at the club and a beloved and cherished member of the Spurs family. His analysis: Son, a Spurs and Premier League icon. Heung-min will go down as one of the Tottenham Hotspur standout players of the modern era. There is even a fair argument to say he is a standalone Spurs icon of this generation. Harry Kane may be Spurs' all-time record goal scorer, but Son will always be remembered as the one who stayed. Kane gave Spurs fans for more goal-scoring moments down the years, but Son holds just one moment, the trophy lift in Bilbao, which stands above at all terms in recent Spurs history. It is worth remembering that many of Kane's goals come from Son's assists. Statistically speaking, Son was one half of the deadliest striker partnership in Premier League history. Son and Kane set up each other 47 times across 229 games together. No Premier League pair has managed more. The 2020-21 campaign was the highlight of their partnership, with their 14 assists for goals between them, the most in a single season. Thomas Frank described the South Korean as one of the greatest Premier League wingers of all time, and his numbers are definitely up there. Not only is he fourth on Spurs' all-time record goal-scoring list, but he's 16th on the Premier League scorers chart, and one of only 34 players to be in the Premier League 100 goals club. Since his Premier League debut, Mohamed Salah has more goal contributions Son has more than Kevin De Bruyne in that time, despite the Belgian joining Manchester City in the same summer that Son arrived at Spurs. All that, plus the lovable character that even rival fans could not argue against, it highlights that Son is not just a Spurs legend, but a Premier League one too. That is the first headline. I mean, it's just firstly incredibly sad with Heung-min Son. I mean, I think his videos, statements were really lovely. I think you could tell, Tottenham through and through, which is really special. But no, it doesn't make it any sadder. I knew when this was coming, and although I think it's right for him to move on, his best days are done. Don't know how much he can give at this high level. I think it's totally the right decision from him to leave on a high, to leave as a European champion, to leave with the final game being in front of your native South Korean fans, which is fantastic for him. It doesn't make it any easier. I've been, just for context, I'm 16 years of age. I got into football and started watching Tottenham about 2016 when I was kind of 6-7 years old. Yes, say 7, yeah, or 7. And that's when I first got into Tottenham. So season ticket, I think, at 8 years old, up until this very day. I've never seen a Tottenham team without Heung-min Son in it, just to give you some context. So he's a Tottenham Hotspur legend. You can't replace him as a leader, as a servant, as a captain, on and off the pitch. Such a genuine nice guy and a fantastically, especially gifted footballer. Someone that will always go down in history, always be a Tottenham Hotspur legend too, and always welcome back at the club. I just want to thank him personally for all the special memories he's given to cherish. That moment against Burnley, he takes on the whole team. I think that was goal of the season. It absolutely should have been if it wasn't. I think it was. And then that moment I remember really well as well, quarter-final of the Champions League at the Etihad. He just stole the show. One of the most lethal finishers as well in the Premier League. It's just really, really impressive. So really going to miss Sonny. It makes it so sad. You're never going to replace someone like him. It's about softening the blow now for the club, both in terms of what Son offered from a financial point of view, from a footballing point of view, from a person point of view. And the last article I want to read is from the Spurs web, which states huge development in Tottenham Hotspur's pursuit of Jack Grealish. It goes on to say Tottenham Hotspur have taken a big step in their rumoured pursuit of Jack Grealish after James Maddison suffered a serious injury. Maddison was in tears when he was stretchered off in Tottenham's 1-1 draw against Newcastle in South Korea, and the early diagnosis did not encourage him for the attacking midfielder. Thomas Frank admitted that Maddison's injury looks bad, confirming he has injured the same knee that kept him out for the latter part of last season. It's been reported over recent days that Tottenham were expected to push forward their plans to sign an attacking midfielder after Maddison's injury, and it looks like the Lily Whites are not wasting any time in securing a replacement. And it goes on to say Tottenham made contact over a deal for Jack Grealish. According to Sports Mold, Tottenham submitted an immediate inquiry about Grealish after Maddison's latest setback. The report says that the Lily Whites have made contact over a move from Manchester City star, who is not in Pep Guardiola's plans at the Etihad Stadium. It's revealed that Napoli were previously the front runners to land Grealish this summer. That's no longer the case. Tottenham Hotspur now leapfrog Antonio Conte's men in front of the queue to land the English international. Man City are open to loaning out Jack Grealish. Sports Mold said that Man City are open to both a loan and permanent bids for the former Aston Villa man this summer. The report claims that Pep Guardiola's men will listen to any reasonable offer for Grealish, but the outlet says does not say how much they value their 29-year-old at. The publication adds that it's unclear at this moment if Tottenham are pursuing a loan or permanent move for the City star. One potential problem for Spurs might be Grealish's salary, with the current deal at the Etihad allowing them to pocket $300,000 a week plus interest in other clubs. That is your headline. I mean, Jack Grealish, I personally think that he'll end up staying in Man City and do okay, but a loan move makes a lot of sense for him, 29 years of age. Will it be a permanent move as well? I think a move away from Man City, the first team football, makes sense. In terms of what Grealish's priority is it the money? Is it having a settled family in and around Manchester? Everton just feels right. It's near if he has a settled family in Manchester too. I'd like Grealish. I personally prefer Eze, because I think Eze can play the 10 and left role. So can Grealish, I prefer. I suppose Eze would be my number one, but Grealish I think would be a really good target. But that's your daily daily Tottenham news transfer window update. Very sorry, I'm very tired today. This has been filmed in the early hours in the morning, but appreciate you coming in once again. Please follow me at Harry Scarfe too. Across all socials, subscribe to our YouTube channel too, Harry Scarfe. But proud regular here at Chris Cullen's channel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Chris Cullen, for this opportunity, and a massive come on, you Spurs.